I think it exceeded in many ways my expectations, in that I didn't expect it to be such a kind of huge industry, I suppose is the best way to describe it here, but something that clearly has made an impact, and they're conducting research at the moment to consider the extent of that impact and to validate their conjecture that it does make an increase of 10 to 20% difference in terms of students' results, at the same time as equipping leaders with really good leadership skills, much more confidence, greater presentational skills, greater drive in terms of what they look for in terms of their next steps in terms of graduate schools. I think the thing that has really struck me is that this can't be done on a shoestring. Coming in and thinking, here is a means by which we can get more support for students in terms of adding to their ability to comprehend what's going on in large lectures. Instead, I appreciate that there needs to be a really, really clear administrative structure, clear quality assurance procedures, and somebody coordinating who's got a sound understanding of pedagogy. But I think at a time when in the UK we're looking at the issue of contact hours, and I think particularly further to Gibbs' conjecture, where he's actually done sufficient analysis to say it isn't an increase in contact hours that we need from the academics. I think this is a really supportive means of offering a voluntary activity in which, if students want some greater assistance in kind of decoding what has come out of lectures, or some added support and a friendly face in terms of somebody who might be able to support them, PLTL is a good way of doing that. I think also in terms of continuity, the leaders have undertaken these programs themselves, so understand where the difficulties might lie in terms of students understanding certain concepts or issues, and also are presenting in different ways, but it's also giving the leaders, because they're taught in pedagogy, they're given experience, they're given space to be able to test in terms of the program that they've got to undertake. It gives them a chance to add value, I think, in terms of helping deepen the language and move to much more deeper understanding of issues and concepts looked at in the lecture series. I think it is certainly an investment on the part of a university. Somewhere like here, it's 10 years on. The money to support this has come through the use of lab fees, because they get the experienced leaders then becoming lab instructors, so that's the next natural progression for them. So they're not actually paying staff for running the labs, they're getting students to do that with groups of, the student leaders being the instructors of groups of 4 and encouraging teamwork and team learning there, which I similarly think is impressive. Transferability to the UK, well, I'd like to explore it more in terms of hearing. I understand that the University of Rochester uses PLTL to support PBL in the medical curriculum. I'd like to speak to more people in Britain about things that are maybe similar, but perhaps not quite so rigorous as this whole project seems to be. So more exploration to be done, and I think the conference in May is going to be a wonderful opportunity for people globally to be able to share ideas, share experiences, and look at how using students to be co-producers in knowledge, which this really is about, is an exciting development that I think we can all learn from.